Good evening. Thanks for being here. I'm Regina on. Tim is off. Well, getting a COVID vaccine is becoming easier by the day. Clinics have received more shipments and eligibility has steadily increased. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones gives us a first-hand look at some of the resources available in Spokane.
All right, so I came down here to do a story, but they've talked me into getting the vaccine myself. I can't continue to do stories on this and not take the actual action, so we're getting the vaccine today.
We're getting the vaccine. All right, I'm just going to clean your arm off first.
It's pretty amazing to think about how far we've come since the beginning of the pandemic. With every day that passes, more people have access to the COVID vaccine.
Still going strong, still making sure vaccine distribution is equitable for the community.
Take the MLK Center, for example. In February, they opened a pop-up clinic for senior citizens that were eligible at the time. Now their work continues to advance across a larger demographic, and people are taking advantage of the resource.
I know this has been a long year. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I'm excited, but I'm finally going to be protected at work and not feel scared that I might contract the virus. Now I can, finally breathe to know that I'm vaccinated.
Beginning on April 15th, everyone aged 16 and older will be vaccine eligible in the state of Washington. Earlier in the week, President Biden announced that 90% of the country's population will be eligible by April 19th.
I'll be a quick look. 1, 2, 3.
Officials at the MLK Center say they're just trying to do their part in serving the community.
Volunteering?
Yeah, actually, I'm WSU faculty here with pharmacy and nursing students.
The plan is to continue offering clinics like the one today and make the whole process easy for those interested in receiving their vaccine.
And we will slap on a Wonder Woman Band-Aid for you.
Wonder Woman, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
There you go. You're all set.
From Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, there will be a higher demand for the COVID-19 vaccine when eligibility opens to everyone 16 and up on April 15. To make the search a bit easier for you, the Vaccine Finder application on covidwa.com has a new feature that users can now sign up for text message alerts to be notified of available appointments that's near you. So the website pulls together all available appointments in the state to simplify access to the vaccine. To learn more on how to receive those updates, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. By this time next week, millions of Washingtonians will be eligible for the COVID vaccine. However, many people are still feeling hesitant. Now, according to a recent poll by a majority of people, they say they're planning to get vaccinated or already have, but almost a quarter are reluctant, and of those, 70% are most concerned with side effects. So we took your question straight to the experts. Dr. Deborah Fuller from University of Washington is a vaccinologist and is actively studying vaccines here in Washington. So we asked her about the argument from a lot of people that they want to wait and see what the long-term effects are of the vaccine. Here's what she said.
So it just seems like this vaccine came out of the woodwork when COVID-19 came. All of a sudden, for the first time, a lot of people are hearing about mRNA vaccines and about adenovirus-based vaccines, viral vector vaccines. But in reality, these vaccines have been in development and in clinical trials in thousands of people for about 7 years. So we have a lot of data now with other infectious diseases in terms of their safety, in terms of their efficacy. And so there's a lot more knowledge about them in terms of their long-term effects.
And you can see the full interview with more questions with Dr. Fuller answered on our KREM 2 YouTube page. Okay, we have seen quite an interesting day, didn't we, today, with windy conditions, and it sounds like it's going to be a bit chilly tonight as well. So, Michelle, how cold will it get tonight?
Ooh, we're going to be dipping down into the low to mid 20s, so it's not really going to feel very spring-like as we take a look at the overnight low temperature forecast for Sunday morning. Check this out, Deer Park down to 22. Record low for Spokane is 24. That was set back in 1983. It's going to be pretty close. We should be in the low to mid 20s, and pretty much everybody getting below freezing overnight. Currently, temperatures aren't particularly warm either. 43 in Spokane, 44 in Coeur d'Alene. We did not get out of the 40s today. A little bit better out in central Washington, lower 50s, but still below average. And to make it feel even colder, we've had kind of a lot of wind out there today. Gust over 40 miles per hour earlier this afternoon in Spokane, and we're seeing 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts right now. Those winds should start settling down overnight. A few showers out there, a little bit of graupel, a little bit of rain and snow shower activity. That is winding down. Much drier air is moving into the region, which should give us ample sunshine for Sunday, but still much cooler than average. A high of only 50 degrees. We'll slowly start to warm it up Monday and Tuesday, looking for highs in the mid 50s, but it looks like the breezy weather will return.
At least it's slowly warming up, Michelle. Thank you for that. Well, as the weather does change throughout the season, the beautiful plants and flowers we love here in the inland Northwest will soon blossom. Springtime means this is the busiest time of the year for nurseries in Spokane and for businesses like Ritter's Garden and Gift. It takes months to prepare for the influx of customers they're about to see.
I can definitely tell this year there's really been, I think, a hunger for gardening and plants. I think people are, especially after the last year that we had, I think, everybody's looking for change and they're looking to, start fresh. And I think plants and gardening really allow people to do that.
Now, Ritter's advises new gardeners to pay attention to the weather before planting. Mother's Day weekend is usually the best time to get annuals and veggies into the ground. The nursery says customers have already started to flood in with questions about what they should do this coming season. Well, now that the governor loosened the criteria for Washington counties, here's what we know right now. The only way to move back a phase would be if a county fails both metrics. That is COVID case counts and hospitalizations. If a county is failing one of the two metrics, they can still remain in their current phase. Now, before, counties had to meet both to remain in their current phase. So as of now, all counties in Washington are in phase 3 of reopening, but right now there are several counties at risk of moving back to phase 2. So as you can see on this map right here, the counties in green are meeting the requirements and the counties in red are not. So we'll officially know on Monday if counties have had to move back a phase.